Well, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 63 of the Let's Play world. So I was talking to some of you guys this week in the Discord server, and I was realizing as I sketch out some of these buildings how many resources are involved. The big, tall, black one is going to need so much ink, and I think one thing we might do today is see if we can find a suitable biome to build an ink farm. The other thing we might do is we might kind of sketch out our mob zoo a little bit and figure out how it's going to occupy this space. So with a squid farm, you need to find a river biome, because squids are twice as likely to spawn in rivers than they are in oceans. Usually deserts and savannas are great places to look, mesas maybe as well. See, this river biome here is too full. We're looking for something a little more dried out. This sort of thing here where they start to dry out, that's real promising. Another dry area, but still too much water and still too close to the ocean. We want to kind of come back inland a little bit. This right here looks kind of promising. It's pretty dry, and then we've got this nice area here, and then it dries up again. Some of these little spots like that, I could just fill them up with dirt or whatever, and then we would just have one kind of localized water spot that we could build squid farm in. Yeah, definitely squids. So I'm going to do a design that I saw Avomance build, and I'll leave a link to that video in my description. Basically, it's just a long rectangle, so it's real simple to build, and what's really cool is it utilizes axolotls. So basically what we've got going on is a big rectangle, and I have water blocks along this side that are flowing from left to right into this little channel over here. And then underneath I went through and I placed source blocks all the way along one side and the other so that everything wants to flow to the top. Once the drops flow to the top, they'll come over here, and it's just a big long water channel that runs all the way down here. And then we will come up with some sort of little room or something where we'll be able to pick up the drops here. The next ingredient is we need the axolotls. I'm going to plop one in here. One. And there's the other one. And then you can breed these guys with buckets of tropical fish. And you can see them already going to work there. If I give one of these to him, one of them to him, should get another axolotl. There we go. here is a finished farm. I went ahead and I covered the top in glass so that we don't get things accidentally wandering in. I've got 9 axolotls in here, and I went ahead and name tagged them all. That way they don't count against my mob cap, and we all get, axolotls in the real world still. There's some lights on the top and the bottom, that way we don't have any drowns spawning in here. This channel off on the side, I'm noticing sometimes axolotls or squids will get washed in there. The axolotls don't seem to have any trouble getting back out, and then any squids that get washed in here, the axolotls take care of them as well, so it's no big deal. Over here is my collection building. This channel comes along down to a hopper here, and then I built something just like I did on the Mindful server last week, where I have a dropper and a comparator that moves a couple of observers around and ends up shooting the items into a water stream, and all of the items are collected in here. The last thing I have to do is build a little AFK platform. And then once I do that, we can try this thing out. Okay, I've been AFK for 1 hour. Let's see how we did here. Wow. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and some stacks of ink. That's a lot. That is a lot. So this is not the most efficient ink farm in the world. I've seen some ink farms online that do 2,000 drops in an hour, but we just don't need that much. This is going to work out really well for us. So the last thing I wanted to do today is take a look at the area where we're going to build the mob zoo. So this road is going to continue along, and then somewhere down here we'll have a nice big entrance, and then we get all of this space for the mob zoo. And, it's pretty cool. There's, waterfront over there. There's mountains that we could build into the side of. So a lot of potential here. This looks really nice over here. All of these shallow water areas we could fill in. It's a really quite large area that we can take advantage of. There are some weird things, little caverns, ravines, stuff like that. And I figure it's just going to be an evolving project. We'll kind of nibble at it as we go. And it'll be a nice thing where every once in a while we can just capture a mob and build a little environment for them, and it's going to be cool. The zoo. There's a couple of things I definitely know I want. We should have a snow area, somewhere to put polar bears and things like that. We should also have a nether area. I feel like there's probably 6 or 10 major areas that we could design where we might be able to fit all the mobs and, have them on display, that sort of thing. So if you have ideas for that, let me know. And then I'll start kind of piecing together maybe a floor plan for the zoo that we can start working with. And that is where I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.